see, I mean today, everything not good. Oh, ya que wa, oh, ya que wa, oh, ya que do. I love the bar. Every day, we join the angels up in heaven, we start to pray. So, every day, we dance the vibe. And when we dance, and when we dance, and when we dance, it's by ourselves.
Shout out Africa.
Hello Africa is another exciting edition of Shout Out Africa, and I'm so excited as usual to be back again on your TV screen. I'm your host INEDU Blessings, and thanks for joining us again today. Shout Out Africa is a platform you can call to reach out to your family and friends, wish someone a happy birthday, happy wedding anniversary, and you can also appreciate your pastor on this platform. Are you an upcoming artist or a renowned artist and you're looking for the right platform to promote your song? Don't worry. ACBN TV and Shout Out Africa has got you covered. Shout Out Africa is out to treat you with the best and nothing but the best of gospel music. I'm not alone in the studio. I'm here with ZENNY as always. Hello, ZENNY.
Yeah, hello, Blessing. Hello, Africa. Good afternoon. My name is ZENNY and this is your favorite show, Shout Out Africa. Like we used to say, the show that brings you the best and nothing but the best of gospel music. And you'll be wondering, oh, they are live or is it just streaming online? No, we're showing on StarTimes channel 467 on StarTimes. You know, for those on StarTimes, just do a scan. We are on that box. We are on 467 on StarTimes. My TV free to air, and of course Web TV. For Web TV, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, and we have Twitter. On Instagram, we are ACBN_TV. On Twitter, at ACBN TV, and on Facebook, www.facebook.com/ACBN TV. Please, whatever box you're comfortable with, be so long for you to be part of the show, share our videos, like, send comments, and don't forget we usually have questions on this platform. If you think you have the right answer to our question, just put a call through the number I'll be showing on the screen very soon. Or if you don't have credit, you don't have airtime on your phone to make a call, don't worry, just go to our Facebook page, drop your answer. If you get it correctly, you stand a chance to win something wonderful for yourself. And of course, we have this beautiful news for those in the US. If you're in the US and you want to watch ACBN, you know, it's not box to just stream it online. We're now on Roku TV. Just, if you have it, ACBN is just a remote away or
a click away from you. And in case, it's a good news in case you're wondering, where's ACBN TV? I don't know about ACBN TV, and you feel you want to know more about ACBN TV, please do visit our website at www.acbntv.org for more information about us. And be rest assured that whatsoever you do with ACBN TV, you are sure to come out with good success. Yeah, today is a very beautiful day, and we have some amazing artists in our midst.
You know, I like the word amazing.
They are really, really amazing people.
Amazing
people. And you know, and these are a set of people that are doing the gospel music in Nigeria proud. They are really doing us proud. So let's give them the privilege of introducing themselves.
Like they say,
ladies first, of course.
Ladies first, okay. Please, let's meet you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name's Titilayo Euba.
Euba.
Euba. Okay, that name is sweet.
Actually from Abeokuta.
But Euba is not Abeokuta.
It is.
It is.
Euba.
Yes, it is.
I guess it's
names
passed down.
Yes, they colonized Abeokutas.
And I'm sure you're so proud of that name. You wouldn't want to change that name.
The name sounds
Euba.
foreign.
You know,
actually, my maiden name is Arewolo. So my husband's name is Euba, and I'm proud of it.
You're proud of it, I can say. All right, let's meet you.
My name is Ola Soetan.
Ola Soetan.
Look at the way you even pronounce this one. Ola Soetan.
Phonerizing it like.
Okay, Blessing, please, what's your name?
Okay, my name is Blessing Nadu.
You pass the test.
Let's all phonerize it then. All right, good to have you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us again on the show.
All right, you know, when we ask, like, we want to know, like, some things about. Maybe we should even take them through the oaths, because we don't want you to leave anything behind.
Yes.
You are here to pay it all. Am I right?
Okay.
Okay. I need you to take this pledge. Everything we're going to do, just raise your hands.
Okay, the left or the right?
Whichever.
Both of you, you are pledging now.
I, Titilayo Euba,
Okay.
Promise to say the truth,
promise to say the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
Wow.
You are bound by this.
All right,
So you have
my
said everything.
beautiful African people, if you're just joining us, it's still your favorite show, Shout Out Africa. That show you can't afford to miss. And with us in the studio, like I said earlier, we have amazing gospel artists. We have Titilayo Euba and Ola Soetan in the building. All right, we're going to give a quick biography about Ola Soetan.
Okay, Ola Soetan is a multi-talented and enigmatic personality. Big grammar. You know, he studied biology education in the University of Lagos, and taught in the highbrow schools in Lagos for a while. His music journey cuts across gospel, inspirational, and contemporary music. He's also the CEO of Motiva Fashion. Am I right? Motiva Fashion.
It's written all over him.
You know, of course, fashionista. He's equally passionate about family, and with his wife, they are the Instagram. Yes, that's particular. Yeah, Instagram sensational star couple of secret place husband and a secret place wife, because that's for his wife, where they share day-to-day married practical tips with the followers. And he says Ola is a man of many sides. He's the best thing to look forward to. I love that. And you know this is the hand of the woman.
I'm telling
You will know it's the hand of the woman. It's the best thing to look forward to. And he said you are a man of many sides. We're here to know.
We'll know
all
about
that.
that. Yes.
And we would like to know you too. Like, just give us a brief.
Okay, like I said earlier,
Yes,
my name is Titilayo.
Okay.
Ayobami Euba, ni Arowolo. At some point in time, I was into makeup and all that. So I just needed to drop that and just answer
The call.
my father's call.
Okay. Yours was a call.
Yes.
What's it called? Okay, tell us. Oh, you said you're from Abeokuta.
My husband is from Abeokuta.
It's
I'm
from
from Osun
Abeokuta.
State.
You're from
Why did you
Osun
not say?
State.
Why are you claiming Abeokuta?
Because I'm married.
When you're
Yeah,
married, are you
from
supposed to
Osun
claim
State.
your husband's face? No, I don't understand.
I'm married. So I'm son to him.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's want to know more about your educational background. And,
Okay,
you know.
I studied Biz Edu
Okay.
at Adeniran Obosaya College of
Biology
Education.
education.
Yeah.
Biz Education, Adeniran Obosaya College of Education.
Okay.
You didn't use your certificate for.
Not at all, not even for a minute.
Wow.
Why is that?
Because at that, actually before I left school, I'd been into makeup and all sorts. So immediately I rounded up my studies in school. I just had to, I can't be.
Wait, was it
hunting,
your
no
parents
way.
that wanted you to go to school, or you know?
No, I've always wanted to be well educated.
Well educated without using it.
Yeah. I never thought of not using it.
Yes, you never thought,
Alright.
but based on the country we find ourselves,
You
so it's
understand.
safe to say you're a beauty person. It's safe to say.
To an extent.
To an extent.
No, it's written all over.
Okay.
Her. Look at the bros. All right.
All right,
Let's
Ola,
try.
let's know where you're from. I'm sure you didn't say that in his
No,
biography.
you say that.
I want to know where you're from and your educational background.
Okay, also from a local site, like
No wonder.
Wow.
No wonder.
it leads to the,
Okay.
the background, the story of where the name originated.
Okay. No, yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
I'm from I schooled at Abeokuta as well, Oxford Girls High School. Then I also went to College of Education, in Lagos, therefore education technical program, before I went to University of Lagos.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. The course of study, was it your choice?
Okay, I wouldn't say it was my choice. Well, but the fact was, like, growing up then, you just have to go and do something. Probably parents would just encourage you. You have to leave the house, and I think I was causing a lot of trouble already.
Okay.
I can relate to that.
So I was causing a lot of trouble already at some before people just came and said, there is a forum
Sha lost
somewhere.
his school.
Then
You know,
this boy does
He has to be, a graduate.
So,
Okay, and all right, Titilayo is married, and Ola is also married. So that means happily married, okay? All right, can you please tell us what's family to you?
For me, family is everything.
Everything.
Family is because one thing of family is that everyone is from family, whether you know your family or not, whether whatever the case might be for you, you are from your family. And secondly, family is something that you somehow desire, no matter who you are. So that like most people always desire family. They want to have that company.
Sense of
And I see that a
belonging.
lot of things starts in the family, starts with the family. So if you have a very good family, there is a very high tendency that your life is also good. So that's why my focus is so much on family. And I believe that even if you're going to build a whole nation, you start with the family.
Yeah, you
Get it
succeed,
right.
you get it right. So right,
All right,
okay.
so for you, what's
For you.
family?
To me, family is everything.
Everything.
Like everything.
Please, I don't want this uniform answer. You this Abeokuta thing. You said family is everything. Please, maybe you should take the
Actually,
take the Oshun part now, please.
Please take the Oshun part of it.
Okay, the Oshun part.
Yeah. Please.
It doesn't show.
Bawa is just
Some people should not sell
So
me
we're in the Bawa mode.
No, please. I think I'll prefer you wear the Oshun garment. Please.
Okay, let me try and wear the Oshun garment a
Please
little. Okay, wearing the Oshun garment. I grew up with my father knowing that there's something my father does when he was alive. Whenever he travels and is coming, he wouldn't just come home to us. He would drive straight to the younger sister's house. Everything he has in his boot, he will open the boot. Oh yeah, Adeshola, come outside, pick whatever you want. He will drive to another person's house, the younger brothers. Just come, pick whatever you want. Then he will now bring whatever is left
to the house.
to us. And there is this joy in us that, okay, even we would not even know if that is the list he has with him. We wouldn't know. But we know definitely would have been to Auntie Shola's house, would have been to Uncle Bayo's house and all sorts. So I grew up knowing the fact that you need family first in everything you do.
Yeah,
family first. So I could just say I'm a family person.
Okay. Now, still talking about family, how has your family influenced you, shaping your life to this present moment you are? You know, some people it's maybe because of the lack of love from the family, or because of the pressure they went into something that is not supposed to, that they're not supposed to. So how has your family made you who you are? Do you have a family influence, or is just my thing? You know, some people like, no, my thing. I realized this, or I got it.
Okay, let me start by saying this. While we were very much younger, we worshiped with CNS Church. I started from the CNS Church. So there is this thing about my mom. All the youth in the church, plus the choir, all the teenagers, the youth in the church, before you go to church, they will all come to our apartments, spend any time they want to eat, then they move back to church. After the service, they are still coming home. And what my mom does then is that there is this big tree. I don't know if we are conversant with those trees back then. There is this big tree, both old and young. Even if you're 3 years, if you're 5 years, if you're 6 years, you will all eat together from that same tree. So I would beg you, if you know you don't know how to eat hot food, just get a bowl aside and just scoop whatever you want to scoop it there, or else. My mom wouldn't even mind. She wouldn't mind her children not eating. So I discovered that I have the same spirit in me. It's so funny that in my house, I have those I do not know where they hail from, those I do not even know their parents. They live with me. Same with my mom. You vacate your bed for others to come and sleep. I could still remember there was a time at some point we were in a room and parlor apartment. I've got friends that will come. I don't know where they live, but we met in a church, the Redeemed Christian Church of God. So they will come to our house. We'll sleep on the same chair. One of us, the head will be here, the other's leg will be there. You can imagine that.
Yeah,
so
I can.
I grew up knowing that. So same with me. My bed is vacant. I don't sleep on my bed. I sleep in the living room. I've got several rooms. but it's all open to everybody. I
Including
don't-
your matrimonial.
I'm sorry, I need to say this. I need to say this. Let me say yes. Yes, because my husband is not based in Nigeria. He's
Okay.
in London.
Okay.
I don't even have the room to myself. The only time I have the room to myself is
that's
when my
When your
husband
husband is around.
All right.
Simply, that's all right.
For me, family actually influenced everything for me. One thing about discussion with my wife yesterday, she said something which I also believe that there's a way God will use everything to help you out. So to take you, purpose will find its way in everything. So it doesn't matter whether you're from a family that is well to do or probably your family with dysfunctional and doing very good life. In that thing, purpose will find itself, passion will find itself, compassion. And for me, musically, well, an apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So I grew up in a musical environment, let me put it that way. My father is always into music, he loves music a lot. He always playing music. And again, my mom belonged to this CNS church. Just like this.
Oh, no. Wow. Let's talk about Ondo people.
My grandfather started CNS church. So,
Okay.
my grandfather, maternal grandfather started.
Same here.
I'm sure you're not really.
Wow.
Always
We check that
yeah.
after this.
You have to do that.
So that was how it all started for me. So I grew up knowing that first thing I think I loved was my voice. I just
Wow.
enjoy my voice.
Sound of your own
Listening
voice.
to myself. Like that, and my activities, I was always full of activities here and there, jumping here and there, singing, artistic.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
All right, if you're just joining us, it's still your favorite show, Shouted Africa, and with us are some amazing gospel artists here in the studio. We have Titilayo Euba and Ola Soetan. Okay, before we move into the next segment of this interview, I think we should take a short break. We'll be back.
Shout out Africa.
ACBN, the channel of champions.
Shout out Africa.
Yeah, welcome back. This is still your favorite show, Shouted Africa, and we still have these two wonderful guests, amazing guests here with us that are claiming to be siblings. I don't understand this their own that thing.
Okay,
But I have a very good news for our viewers at home. If you're at the phone side when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you pick is your phone, and you already start feeling guilty. Don't worry, ACBN's got you covered. We now have an app. All you need to do is go to your Play Store or your App Store, depending on your phone side. Download the app, and that is it. When you wake up in the morning, you can start your day with praise, worship. I'll have a whole lot of men of God, genuine men of God on the platform. You can start your day with any of their programs. And don't forget, your spiritual life is a priority here. Yes, for today, we have this this lady that is so fascinated, so in love with her name, and the other one is so in love with the sound of his voice.
You say he loves listening to himself.
Talk, you know, and they are here to bear it all. They've already made the pledge, and I'm very sure
they're here to bear it all.
withhold anything from us, yes?
Not at all.
Okay. I hope you're not tense.
Not
At
at
all.
all.
Why?
Okay, all right. Titilayo, Minister Titilayo. Okay, before I don't know what to call you right now. Are you a gospel minister or a gospel artist?
Sorry, minister. Thank you.
Minister.
Yes.
Okay. Are you a minister or a gospel artist? Both. Okay. So you do both the ministration and the business part of it.
You don't do the business.
So you don't do the
Not
business
at
part
all.
of it.
Just
Not at all. You don't
Strictly
ministry.
ministry.
You know what that
Okay.
I do.
All right. Tell us when did you go into this music thing officially? Like when did you start singing?
Okay, let me start by going back to my first statement. I started from a Zionist church.
Okay.
So then, back then in our choir, I was.
dance.
You still remember now those?
Yeah.
No,
Okay, so back then okay, let me not use the word short, but I was like the shortest in that choir back then. I've been grown-up adults, and all I would do is they just whenever we are going for competitions, they'll just carry me on their shoulder, and there we go.
Like what age were you then?
I was in my 7, 6, 8. thereabout.
Singing at 7. How about professionally? When did you start?
Yes,
Or as a ministry?
professionally, I started at age 17.
17.
Yes.
Professionally.
Were you born again before you started singing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ola, yeah.
When I started professionally. Now, if we mean professionally, probably I want to go back to probably when I first entered the studio to do my first recording.
Yes.
Because, some way, somehow, the practice ground for most of us would have been the choir.
Yes.
And so if someone asks you, when did you start or how did you start?
Okay, the question should be to you, when did you start singing and when
So
did you start
when
singing
did I put
professionally?
myself out there? I think that was that should be in 2010. That was when I first of all entered
You
the
put
studio.
yourself out. So when did you start singing like?
When
Or rather, when did you start liking your voice?
no, that's
should to hear you sing.
Way very early, probably at
Okay.
8 or 9 or something.
Wow.
Okay,
that's nice.
before you started going to the studio, were you born again before you started doing that?
Yes, I was.
Was it just in the ministry thing or the artist, the business part that you started?
The thing is like I started with a passion.
Okay.
So the passion has always been there, and I love anywhere that I know that I can contribute. What I've got, and what I've got is just my voice, my passion. So when I join an assembly, I will always volunteer myself for service.
Okay. All right. You said before you started singing, you were already born again.
Yes.
Okay. Was there a point where something happened and you feel I just need to, you were shaking and you deviated from that original plan that's a covenant you've already had with God by being born again, by giving your life to Him? Was there a point where you deviated from that plan? Like,
Okay,
Or you got discouraged at some point, you were not motivated again, and you felt, let me just stay.
Okay.
Because I want to believe we all didn't have it,
Yes,
you know.
definitely. Okay, let me start by saying, before I could give all let me forsake all I've got and just follow Christ. Then I know He can do all things.
Yes.
So I've got no reason to go back
yes.
to where I was coming from. So I'd given everything already, like where you lead, I go. So there had never been any, yes, there had been trying moments and times like that, but there had never been any time I could think that, okay, let me just go back. No. There hasn't been any.
You've never doubted the call?
No.
Never.
No, because a lot had happened in my growing up. So getting to this point in life and to this stage, I know God is at work.
Of course.
I know He's at work.
I've always known the truth. I've always known the truth, like forever. And most times, if I have issues, probably the interpretation of that truth, because sometimes you get this conflict of revelation.
Revelation.
And you are holding on to the truth, and probably it could be your denomination, it could be some doctrinal issues, and you have to choose. So at that moment or at that point, and you're trying to establish probably the truth and live the truth, it might be misinterpreted, it might be misjudged. So those are some of the things I can say that I've encountered. But I'm always very grateful to God, because with patience, without bragging or forcing whatever the truth that I believe in people, and just allowing the process, God revealing Himself to them. I've always seen the truth revealed. I always know that the truth is. So those are the only challenges, probably, that I can say about. But going back on the truth as an exhaustive.
Never joined them.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about music. I want to believe you write songs.
I do.
Songs.
Yeah.
How do you get your inspiration?
Sometimes I might just be in the bathroom and something will drop.
Okay.
Like 4 days ago, I was watching Hallelujah Challenge with Pastor Nathaniel Bassi. And unknown to me, right from his ad-lib, God gave me a song. While he was ad-libbing to a song, just a well-known song. And before you could say Jack Robbins, God gave me a song right at that moment.
Wow.
So,
How do you get inspiration?
Well, music for me is an instrument, is a tool. So sometimes I can get my inspiration naturally. When I mean naturally, I mean it comes from environment. I love nature a lot. I like somewhere I can just reflect. So that's where I pull up. And sometimes it can be a message for me, like there is something I want to pass across, and I have to create something to it that. And just like the same way she receives inspiration, I can listen to a song, and the extension of that song
will give you the.
Are you saying your songs are all inspired by the whole? You don't have your own part, like you're not being creative.
You don't have a creative process. You have
to
a
be honest
creative
with you,
process.
All your songs are just like this guy will say
Downloaded,
Okay.
It's the same. You don't have a creative process, like it's not like sat down one day and you just think and write.
I've been a writer.
Okay,
I've been a writer.
Okay.
I'm always writing. So I'm an inspirational person. So I believe that everything I'm doing is inspired by the Spirit of God. So that one makes the source secure for me. I make myself available.
Okay, let me start from you this time around. How has been this journey so far? Journey as a gospel artist and a gospel minister. How has been the journey so far?
Well, I don't see so much difference in the journey with any other journey of life. Basically, I think it's so much different. Because personally, I don't like to focus on concentrate on challenges, because I believe that they will always be there. And the people that you are seeing today and you want to probably envy or emulate, they've also passed through.
Yes, they have.
Because they didn't allow it to discourage them. That's why they are where they are today. So and that keeps me going. So it doesn't help me to focus on the negative side of events or things that are happening. I just focus on the positive side, and I just remain hopeful, knowing fully well, and I'm convinced and persuaded by the things that I want to do, and not allowing people's judgment or opinion over life.
Wow. All right. While you were introducing yourselves, you said you're a gospel minister, just a gospel minister, and you said you're a gospel minister
And a gospel artist.
And, I asked if you knew what that means. You said. So, are you saying as gospel is what you do? Yeah.
yes, strictly
Okay.
gospel.
Strictly gospel.
You don't get paid, like you don't charge for it, do you?
No, I don't.
You don't. Do you have a band?
I do.
You have. So how?
Yes, it's called Grace Mistress.
How do you settle the band? Like if I call you and pay, you said you're a gospel minister. I mean, ministers don't charge. They don't charge. You just go there, bless you. God, you bless them with your songs, and you go home with your band. If they give you honorarium or not, you're not concerned about that. Is that how you operate?
Okay, let me start by saying, Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing shall be added. I'm not leaving out the fact that there are no challenges. One, let me start by saying I don't charge. I don't charge because I don't know, others might do, but it all depends on how you relate with your God and what he has told you about what he has given you. So I've always known that he has begun his good work. You'll always complete it. We might go for some ministrations and be like, God bless you. There was one we went to bed. Pastor said, please, church, stretch forth your hands to your daughter. And I kept, at some point, you would like, sir, going and like, God bless you, God bless you. Like, but how will I pay my? But before we left home, they all know. That's why family is very important. I don't have staffs. I have family members working with me. Some of them stay in my house. I don't care. My fridge is open, and my kitchen is open, and all that. So I created that relationship.
Because of the relationship with them.
Yeah. So it's yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I think to an extent, God has given me families that understand what I do. And before I even get you into my band, I need to let you understand, sorry, this band I don't charge. If we go for ministrations and we are being paid, fine. And if we are not.
Hello, Damilola. Good afternoon and welcome to Charlotte, Africa.
Hello?
Good afternoon, Damilola. Welcome to Charlotte, Africa.
Damilola, good afternoon. Welcome to Charlotte, Africa. I think you need to turn down the volume of yours.
Hello?
Damilola, go ahead. We can hear you.
Network is bad.
All right, Mr. Ola.
Okay,
Same question.
same question. For me, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding around that, but basically depends on how you want to structure what you're doing. And it's okay if someone chooses to understand and relate with you based on the structure that you're putting forward. That, okay, these are the terms to assess what you believe that we have. And if you so much value what you believe that we have, I think you'll be able to come to terms with it, because at the end of the day, it's either you want me to come to your terms, so there's always a point of agreement. So you want it to either be on your terms or my terms.
Let me ask this way.
Yes, I do.
Let's ask this way. When they call you for a show, a concert, or service,
Okay.
what is the first
Okay,
thing to say?
the thing is that there is a process to that. The people that you will talk to, because there are logistics to what we're doing, and we want to reach out to a larger audience. There's a way we reached you that made you to know that we exist. So, and we want to reach a larger audience. We want to reach more people. So you are part of what we are doing. So you are investing in what we are doing. You are buying into what we are doing. So we need you to have that orientation.
Packaging.
So that you understand. So I believe that if you have a clear understanding of what we're doing, then all questions or doubts will
Let me rephrase.
Exactly.
All right, Mr. Ola, I have this concert in my church. My
Okay.
church is not the big,
Just
popular
growing.
and just a
Okay.
growing church. And we want to do a concert. We have thirsty souls who are willing, to listen to you, and maybe in the process of you singing, like give their lives to Christ, salvation, and all that. And we don't have what it takes to get you to our church. What do we do? Does that mean we cannot have you in our church because we don't have money to pay, or we cannot meet with your terms and conditions? So how do
this
we do
is
that?
always very funny, and that's why I said that you have to be very careful so that you are not beclouded or
Misinterpreted.
by anybody's opinion. Because when sometimes you look at some things that's so funny, when people print out flyers for events, they don't go to the printer to say, please,
God
God bless
you.
you. So they pay for everything, but the person who is coming
To minister.
So something is this, whether you like it or not, whether we're doing gospel music or whatever the thing is, it is music, and music must be pleasant to the ears. So it's pleasant, first of all. So first of all, understand that there's
You
music.
pay money to do the
So it's important. Yeah, you pay money
I think this thing is even said my father's business. There's a business part of the church. I mean, look at the Levites. God gave every other tribe of Israel their portion to do, but He said, no, these ones you will eat from the church. The church, your food and everything will come from the church. So I think we should start encouraging our gospel.
Because
please
they're
value.
placing value. You're getting value for what you. It's not just like, because if you listen to a song and the song puts you in a mood that you can function properly at a place of work. It has increased the productivity. It has helped you to gain more. So somebody has, there's an exchange of value. So we have to cut short and be free from that free mentality. So we need to come out and begin to exchange and begin to be a blessing.
I have this question for you. Why do you think those that started as gospel artists, gospel ministers or artists, they started with church thing? Why do you think they've turned around to secular? Gone to the secular path. They stopped being gospel.
Like they got frustrated at some point.
Okay, I'm going back to what Bro Ola said.
Okay.
So,
I'm asking you specifically because okay, Patrick.
Hello, good afternoon, Patrick, and welcome to Shouted Africa.
Hello.
Patrick, good afternoon. Welcome to Shouted Africa.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Patrick, please turn down the volume of your TV set or move away from your TV.
I can hear you very well.
Okay, Patrick, who would you like to shout out to today?
I love to shout out to my family, my friends, and your wonderful day.
Patrick, we have two guests in the house today. We have Titilayo Euba and Ola Soetan. They are both gospel artists and ministers. What do you have to say to them?
My greetings to them.
What is my greetings to them?
Patrick is a man of
you
few
too.
words.
All
right,
right,
Patrick.
Patrick, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
And keep watching because before the end of the show, we might just throw a question for today. If you have the right answer to the question, just call the number is on the screen, or you go to our Facebook page, drop your answer. If you get it correctly, we'll get back to you after the show.
I think at this point we need to hit our answer to the head because of time.
Yeah. This particular question, I'm directing it to you because you said you're a gospel minister. If they pay, fine. If they don't pay, fine. I want to believe probably we know the trend now. We know the trend now, and that is why most people that started. This lady was talking about one of those people that's doing well in the secular industry now. Started from the gospel art, as a gospel artist, but now she's on the other side and she's doing wonderfully well, no doubt, wonderfully well. So why do you think they leave the ministry parts and to do the
okay, let me start by saying, first and foremost, they were frustrated. Because to an extent, if you're not careful, you will be frustrated by churches. But at the same time, I would also love to say, it all depends on your stand with God. I can't say because my pastor is having an affair, I should also have an affair. I can't say because someone is doing this, I should go by the way that person is going. It's a personal thing. So, in the first place, how did you come into the music industry, the gospel music industry? Was it by passion or you were being called to do it? If you're being called to do it, two things are involved. It is either you stick to that same God that has called you, and you just believe that yes, he has called and he will always supply all my needs.
Or if it's passion.
If it's passion, definitely.
Then it's failure.
Definitely.
No, I don't agree with that. Are you saying you cannot do the business, the kingdom business, even with your own passion, with your gifts?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But if as long as it's a gospel thing, it's a gospel thing. You can't erase the fact that God is involved. You cannot erase that fact. So as long as it's a gospel thing, your passion is aside, then the ministerial aspect of it is aside. So if you're merging the two together, then you need to merge it right. But if you need to stick to your passion, okay, gospel is my passion. Oh, sorry, singing is my passion, and I want to come the gospel wise. It takes more of the spirit of God to be a music minister. Yes. To sustain you. Yes.
Because if the money is not coming,
definitely.
Okay. All right. What are the challenges facing the Nigerian gospel music industry?
Well, first of all, there's the funding part of it, the support structure, support structure for it, and I think when we talk about, most times when we talk about ministry and other things, it's all about the distribution of wealth within the kingdom. It's often about the distribution of wealth within the kingdom. And, truth be told, you really have so much to offer, and so little coming around, and there is this perception as well. There's this perception as well, like, oh, is it not gospel?
Yeah, that's why someone said Christians are
so when you look at the things that we churn out, the quality of the things that we churn out, as in it's not really at par with professional standard. One thing is this: when you're doing something, even the fact that it's gospel, it doesn't mean that it should be bereft of excellence.
Yeah, definitely.
It should be bereft of excellence. Whenever I want to do something, I want to do it to a level that, because the spirit of excellence is within me, and it calls for something. So even after I've done it, I'm still checking, like, is this thing meeting the standard? Because that spirit is not, I didn't install it myself, so it's God.
Zenny, let me cut in, because 3 weeks ago, Minister Benga Oke was here, and he said something about how when he went to a studio and he saw, was it Mr. Benga Oke or Fido Clef that said
it was Benga Oke.
Benga Oke. So he saw some
secular artists
rehearsing, coming to the studio to rehearse just because they have a performance
at Fela Shrine.
They rehearsed for like 3 months. But we gospel artists, we feel we can do it anyhow.
1 week,
is it not gospel?
Just go to
1 week,
studio.
just let's have the drummer, the keyboardist, let's just release. Let's do it anyhow. In as much as we are doing gospel, we should do, our God is the perfect God. So we should make our songs, as in we should do our songs with perfection. So I think that is one of the challenge, some of our gospel artists are having right now.
And of course, you talk about promotion. I don't know, but it still goes down to funding aspect.
Yes, it goes down to funding aspect.
So what can be done?
Basically, people have to see some things as
because hold on. Because look at the other religion. If one of them come out, say I have this, you will see they will support them, and before you know, you'll be like, but this person has attained that particular height, and but when you keep seeing gospel artists struggling, even when their songs are, I don't know what can be done, because I think this problem is not just a church thing, it's you and I, because we are the church. What can we do?
And the industry.
You know what? Because when you release a song, I think some of us will be guilty of this. Instead of buying, when the first person buys, be like, send it to me.
Yes, send it to me. Nobody wants to
how
buy.
do they make the money? They only make money for one person, while 10 other people has gotten it free from them.
Right.
So what do you think can be done?
Okay, the thing is, like, just like what you said, the bias that people have when it comes to gospel music, and just think that it's free. It's not gospel music, it's free now. And other things like
You're working for God.
Yeah, it's free. Don't let's pay for anything. That bias and marketability of the things that we do. It must be that's why I'm saying that it depends on how you see the structure that you're bringing into it. That it must be seen as a product that will be useful to you. This thing is going to be useful to you. You have to see it as that and give value to it for that. And another thing again that I'm talking about structure is because if you look at it, how many gospel artists really flew out concerts or do tours? Do you understand that? How many people really do that? So it's always like you're waiting for a church to come to the program. And if you're lucky enough, if your song is everywhere, then they will say, oh, that's the person that we want. Who mind? Do you understand now? Who mind to just pay him or pay her any amount just to get ahead? Because we need the crowd, the audience to get excited.
We need to close that gap. What's your opinion on the issue?
Yes, also. Okay, let me go this way. Talking about secular and gospel. Secular, everybody wants to hear. They want to hear the trending aspect of it. We will just sing nonsense, bring it to me. But when you sing gospel, they're like, Someone once said that when he went to the studio, someone told him, asked him to take out the Jesus from that song.
So that it could sell.
You understand? So they want to hear what they feel like hearing, not what God wants them to hear or what they should hear from your own song. So if I must say this, just stick to your standard.
Okay, stick to your standard. Well, how do you catch, let's let our focus be on the youth. now. We all know what is happening. When just pick 10 out of the song that you'll be listening to, they'll be humming all the beats, it's secular.
Secular, yes.
Hardly you hear one singing, So how do you intend to catch the youth with your song? How? What are you doing? Is it because some people will tell you, okay, that's why they're beats, they're introducing this beats where they can relatable beats, where they hear the beat, it's one of those secular things. But by the time they start listening to the songs, they'll be like, okay. You understand? So what are you doing, or are you going to do as a gospel artist to reach out to this way? Because the truth is, if you don't, they will go, other people will go and we take them there. But we don't want to see that happen. So what are you doing? If you've not started doing anything, what do you think can be done?
Go ye. Just go ye into the world, preach the gospel. How do you preach the gospel? You were talking about mixing beats and all sorts. I've come to realize something lately. If you're a gospel artist and you're not playing the trending beats, people might not likely want to dance to your song. But look at Pastor Nat. I'm sorry, I'm using him as a reference. Look at Pastor Nat in Elbasi. His song is not a regular song. But you discover it's everywhere. You can hear it. Even a child, a 3-month-old baby can just turn his or her head to Pastor Nat, and you'll be wondering. So that is to tell you that it has to do more with the Spirit of God. If you need to catch their attention, then give them what the Holy Spirit wants them to hear, not what they want to dance to.
Okay, I'll agree to that. All right, talking about, I've heard you said not like four musicians, right?
Yeah.
It's safe to say he's a role model.
Yes, he is. And also Bukola Bekes. My number one. My number one. Bukola Bekes. Yes.
How about international?
I'm sorry, there's nothing they can give us internationally that we don't have here in our country, Nigeria.
That's right. All right, that's good.
All right, so who do you look up to musically?
I have a number of people that
I just need home and abroad.
Okay. If I go abroad, I like Travis Green.
Travis?
Yeah.
I like him too. Okay,
Yeah. Home here, there are lots of people, a lot. I listen to Frank Edwards. I love his songs.
Okay, who would you like to do a collab apart from BJ Saad? Who would you like to do a collab?
Cobams.
Why Cobams? Cobams, yeah, respect. Why Cobams?
Most times when you have something, you need somebody who can really interpret it. So, and somebody who can give that quality,
Anyway, you know that.
Tell us about your song, Your Praise.
Okay, Your Praise was a song that I got inspiration after listening to Mali music. I love Latin Mali music too. Yeah, so that was one song that I got inspiration after listening to it. And the whole, probably mixed with my personality, I like people to be happy. I like the whole atmosphere to be bubbling.
Charged.
I like joy. I like people having joy in them. So that's what informs probably the melody that I add to my song and the things that the effects that I wanted to have. And I wanted to feel the love of God. And sometimes I realized that most times people enter into depression is because they're giving up on something, they were thinking, so they're not grateful. So that's why the song is coming to help you look at the good things of life that God has done for you, And the challenge is that most times when we talk about the presence of God, it's always marked by probably people rolling on the floor and crying and stuff like that. And that's when people can say, there's a spirit that is moving. So that bias is there on its own for people who probably want to inject joy, the love of God, freedom, liberty in the spirit, and stuff like that. And that's what in quotes is called praise.
Okay, all right, let's take a musical break with that song by Ola Soetan. We'll be back.
Ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ti dé. Olórí oko ṣe ń bọ̀ wá. Ó ń bọ̀ wá. Ó ń bọ̀ wálé.
Shout out Africa.
Father, we've come to give you praises for all that you have done for us. We've come here once, we've coming Tuesday, we bring our hearts to you. Some believe in us is a chariot, but all that we are is your name. Even for 10,000 tongues older, so Latin Baba, yeah. All is ours, all is yours. All is yours, all is ours. This is what you deserve. We will sing of your praise. All is ours, all is yours. All is yours, all is ours. This is what you deserve. We will sing of your praise. Hey, my bad, I want me looking. Hallelujah. I want me looking. Hallelujah.
Shout out Africa.
Yeah, beautiful praise song by Ola Soetan. You all should go get that beautiful.
Important.
Very important. Yeah. Thank you for that song. Thank you for doing the gospel music.
I mean, if I have a party now, I can, you know. I like the atmosphere. What is the joy and
yes, I like the picture quality. It's colorful.
It's colorful.
The downstairs.
It's relatable. All right, that was a beautiful one, and you know, okay, you have a video too, yes?
Yes. I'm releasing the video today because today is my husband's birthday.
Oh, really? Okay, happy birthday
to have a cake here.
I'm sorry, I didn't come with one.
All right, I think that's the Inyola.
Inyola, yeah.
Okay, briefly, let's go to see Inyola by Euba. You're so proud of this name.
Very proud of it.
When we come back, she'll tell us more about the video. Please let's enjoy Inyola. Bye.
ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ti dé. Olórí oko ṣe ń bọ̀ wá, ó ń bọ̀ wá, ó ń bọ̀ wálé.
Shout out Africa. Shout out Africa.
Wow.
That's a
video
very
got me
beautiful
speechless.
one.
Yeah, very beautiful video.
Epic.
Colorful, yes, it's epic. The dress code,
Everything.
the sound,
And even the
Thank
voice.
you.
Even the voice.
and the voice.
Yeah.
Also wonderful.
All right. We're now into another segment of this interview. We're doing the personality test now. But I don't think my baby will take too much of it. Maybe just one or two questions because of our time.
Okay.
We need you to do something for us. All right. Let's start within calling and texting. Let's start from there. Which do you prefer? Calling.
Calling.
Why?
Because I express myself more. I might say no in my text, and you might not understand what that no means. You might misinterpret it to be something else. So I prefer to call.
Calling.
I prefer text.
Text. Why?
I'm always very anxious, so social anxiety, calls, they're in trouble. So just sending the text I read, and I can just reply.
Okay, if you could blink your eyes and find yourself in a favorite place, where would that be?
Miami, Florida.
And you?
London.
Your husband. Your husband. All right. Between saying the truth and considering people's sensitivity, what would you do? The truth or people's sensitivity?
It all depends on who I'm dealing with. Once I know, I tell you the truth, you understand me. Or if you can't, I try to read you before saying anything anyway. So once I know you might not understand me, I'll keep quiet.
You rather not talk.
I won't, yes.
Than to lie.
Not at all.
All right.
That's not even an option.
But I say the truth considering your sensitivity.
Okay.
So I'll make sure that you meet you well.
All right. I want to give you superpowers, and I want you to use that power to bounce something you don't want to see in it. What would that be?
Just one thing. What will you place a ban on? No, you first.
I'm also thinking, so I think that should be directed to you first. Oh, really? You caught me this time around?
If I'm going to ban anything, it would be selfishness. Yes. Selfishness. Yeah, I really don't like to try to.
Minister Ola don't like selfish people, so please don't be selfish. Okay.
I love it when you're real, like you're being yourself. This is me. I'm not trying to pretend you're what you're not. So I love it when you're you.
That means you're placing a ban on falsehood.
Thank you.
Okay, what can you cook without a recipe?
Indomie. He's a man. He's Indomie. You, I know you can cook everything.
Not everything, please. I won't lie, not everything. I don't know how to cook afang. I don't know how to cook, what's it called?
Okay, what can you do without a recipe?
Definitely.
There's this
Not just the way do
they use what I am.
The cocoa,
The
right?
cocoa.
To be honest with you, I haven't made that before. I haven't even tried that before.
All right. I think that should just be all for the personality test because of the time. Because you just sit up.
Okay.
I want you to do something for us.
Please.
Before that, that's Zenny's, and Johnny, she wants to take you on now. If your fan could remember you for something, what would that be?
Very important. What would you want to be remembered for?
Mr. Ola Soetan. And the next thing that comes to that person's mind is something. What would that be?
That'll be inspiration.
Inspiration.
I like to be inspired.
How about you?
Okay, I've always wanted to be recognized with the Holy Spirit. Yes, when Titi is here, yes, we felt the presence of the Holy Spirit. So I've always
So you want
been
them to
waiting for
remember you
that.
for the Holy Spirit? I don't understand.
Like Are you talking about the social aspect or the
No, just
ministerial
you,
aspect?
Like when they mention your
Okay,
name.
when they mention my name,
Yeah.
Titi, that lady, she's a strict person. Like my friend will always say, "Yes, in the man, like she say, don't even mess with
Don't
Titi.
mess with her.
Don't mess with her."
All right, what's cooking right now? What's cooking right now?
And you also tell us about the secret place.
Husband
thing,
and
husband.
secret wife. Okay, what's cooking now? You mean musically?
Yes, what's cooking now?
It's always cooking. You can't stop cooking. So something else is coming out very soon. Very soon.
Okay, tell us about Secret Place on Instagram.
Okay, Secret Place Wives and Secret Place Husbands. That's the platform that myself and my wife we used to reach out to people's marriages and families, and it's been awesome. We've been growing daily, and
So it's safe to call you a marriage counselor.
yes.
I saw a couple of videos. Okay, what's cooking right now?
Yes, I've got Beautiful Jesus and Hallelujah. And also the song I just spoke about, the one I received during the 14th day Hallelujah challenge. Coming out very, very soon. Very, very soon. I'm telling you, very, very soon. Definitely, I'm sharing it with him today.
All right, Minister Titi, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, in 5 years.
Okay.
Not just UK. Bible says go ye, so I can't be limited to UK alone.
Okay.
I want to touch lives.
All right.
I want people to hear Titi and I'm like, yes, this is significant about Titi. When I listen to Titi, so, yeah, I received this breakthrough, I received that testimony.
So in 5 years' time, you see yourself there.
Ah, yeah,
5 years,
definitely.
I want to see myself. I want to see people that have been uplifted to the platform that I was able to create. So that's the.
You know what? He said he would like to see people, that, not himself being. And she also said, I think there's something.
Ondo people have
It's not Ondo. It's Abeokuta.
people.
I'm not understanding this, please. But it's a good thing, like not just being selfish, not about you. You talked about people seeing people being blessed and same thing. Like I pray it continues to be like that.
Okay.
Amen.
All right, this show is Shout Out African. We can't just live here without you shouting, shouting. But when you hear the shouting in a song, in a sweet melody, and 3, 2, 1, do it some first.
Tani wo tún gbé ga o, bí kò ṣe bàbá lókè. Tani wo tún fi gbogbo ọpẹ́ mi fún. You and I know it is Ọlọ́run tó dá wọn òkè ìgbàanì. Ẹ̀yin ni a fi ọpẹ́ wa fún. That's your take home today.
No, that's not all. Please, one more. Maybe you should take the turning now.
Tani wọ́n tún gbé ga o.
Bí kò ṣe bàbá lókè. Tani wọ́n tún fi gbogbo ọpẹ́ mi fún. Ọlọ́run tó dá wọn òkè ìgbàanì. Èyí ni mo fi ọpẹ́ mi fún.
Like we should just have a altar here and then we just continue. But we can't do that because of our time.
Okay, all right, one word for your guests, for your
fans,
audience, your fans.
and upcoming artists. Those that have not even found their feet, those that don't have the platform. What do you have to say to them?
Are you starting with me or with Minister Ola?
Ladies
Okay,
first.
thank you. The first and foremost, know Jesus. Know Jesus. Know Jesus. Without Jesus, you're nothing. If you want to get there, you need Jesus. Just take that up. Jesus first.
All right. If I'm going to say anything, I'll just came to that believe Jesus.
Hey, Abeokuta.
It's not a regular answer. Because basically, that'll be everything for you.
Yes.
I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yes.
Knowledge, and I mean my knowledge of
I
Jesus.
think that's just everything. That's everything. That's purpose.
You also need to understand that for him dying for us, to stay alive. Just the same way we are having this great understanding of him and the knowledge of the fact that, yes, he died. My sister.
Well, we're privileged.
The greatest
so
love.
We are privileged.
All right, I
privilege.
need you to advise an upcoming artist, especially ZENNY.
Sorry, I'm a renowned artist. She is an upcoming artist.
What would be your advice for those who are looking up to you? What would you tell them?
Okay, if I'm going to tell you anything, first of all, you have to be spiritually inclined. You have to also be professionally sharpened, and you have to be socially aware as well. You know, I would advise you to also network, volunteer, be part of what people are doing. Let them see you, and so that when it's time for you to do yours, you have people around you to support you.
Okay, mine is just give your best. Give the best you know you can give. Through the help of the Holy Spirit, just give your best. And don't be discouraged. Yes, there will be challenges. There will be tantrums. Just stay focused, and God will bless you.
All right, thank you for joining us again. Thanks for
It's
joining
been an
us.
awesome journey, really.
Wonderful.
And I hope when next we'll call you, you will.
Definitely. Very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
All right, this is how far we can go on the show. Patrick and Damilola, thanks for calling to Murray's. Unfortunately, we didn't ask the questions because we got carried away with, the beautiful people we have here in the studio. But we don't just leave you hanging. We don't just leave you hanging. So we always leave you with a wonderful quote, and it's all about music. Blessing, what do we have today?
Okay, I said it yesterday, and I'm going to say it today because that is what music is really all about. Music cures sadness and it boosts happiness. If you're sad, music. If you're happy, music. Is there anybody that does not love music? Everyone loves music, no matter your color, no matter your size, no matter how big or how small you think you are. Everyone loves music. So feed your soul always
with edifying songs, because life is beautiful.
I'm still your host, Maybe Blessing,
and I'm saying
thanks again for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Africa.
Ìmọ̀lẹ̀ wọlé wá, ìmọ̀lẹ̀ ti dé. Olórí oko ṣe ń bọ̀ wá, ó ń bọ̀ wá, ó ń bọ̀ wálé.
Shout out Africa.
Must be greater than today. My tomorrow must be greater than today.
His hands are not short that it cannot reach to you. His eyes are never blind, he cannot see your tears. His ears are not deaf that he cannot hear you cry.
Me already know, say happiness is key. And you already know, say worry cannot change a thing. That's why the Bible tell me, say in every situation, say make a praise. So when you see me dance, it be like in a craze, I dance like David.